Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your February 2022 monthly tarot and oracle reading. I am also an astrologer, so if you're interested in getting deeper into the astrological planetary transits of the month, there will be a link to a video at the very end of this that you can click on and get deeper into that. This reading today is mostly going to focus on your cards. So Sagittarius, I hope you are doing great. Always wonderful to see you here at the channel. And if you're interested in a personal reading with me, if you would like to know more about the card decks that I use, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all the links and info are down below in the description box. Please keep in mind these are general readings. They're not going to resonate with every single Sagittarius out there, so please take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. We're going to go ahead and jump right in, and we're going to start with some oracle cards for you and then do a full tarot spread as well. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what you have for our beautiful Sagittarians. Anything that they need to hear and see most for their highest good for this month of February 2022 coming up. Thank you so much, as always, for your help and support. Love this card. Sagittarius, a month of delight. That is your key word for the month of February. To me, this is to take delight and enjoyment in even the small things. When you do that, that's going to make them seem and feel even greater and even bigger in your life. So pay attention to the little signs and synchronicities. I'd also say, with all the birds in this picture, the flowers, the greenery, get out in nature if at all possible. This is turning in, the beginning of February is our midwinter festival that's bringing us closer and closer to spring. And that card feels so springtime with that finch sitting there with the flowers. So next, let's get into a numerology card. Let's pull a number for you. Wow, this is a great card for you, Sagittarius. It's also your colors, that green and purple. Number 57 adds up to a 12, and then the 12 adds up to a 3. So to me, this is a very strong card of creation, ultimately, and this brings through the energy of teaching and learning. A 5 by itself, is a lot of movement, and so is the number 7. This gets into learning and advancing your soul's awareness and wisdom even stronger, to the point where you're teaching others and you're also learning at the same time. This is a beautiful card for you, because Sagittarius is a card of education. It is a sign of education, I should say, not a card. Let's get into next your crystal and chakra card, Sagittarius. Let's see what gemstones may be best for you to work with this month. Beautiful. All of this just lines up so nicely. Even the colors all look so beautiful together. Look at that. The malachite is your stone this month. And I'm telling you, Sagittarius, I love this one for you. It's a heart chakra stone. It's connected to the realms of nature, which we already said, it'd be a good idea for you to get out in nature. Malachite has a very high copper content, which is what gives it its beautiful green color. So it's known as a stone of travelers. It's very protective when you are traveling. And Sagittarius, I know you're a sign of travel, and you may be making a lot of moves, going a lot of places, or preparing for that, and this would be a wonderful stone for you to use, both for heart healing and for those adventures that you usually are having. So next, let's get into a spiritual guardian or ally. Please show us which one of you wants to help Sagittarius the most this month of February. And we have, oh, I love it, Archangel Azrael coming up. Sagittarius, Azrael has that, sort of reputation, or that, connection with being called the angel of death, right? Because he is often in attendance during those big transitions. It is death and rebirth, life changes, big shift and transformation. So this is an angel that will absolutely be wonderful to work with, as Archangel Azrael. You may be wanting to call on him during times of big transition and transformation going on this month. little bit of Scorpio energy, right? You know, I don't often assign like signs to angels, but you know, if you had to, it would be a Scorpio energy connected with Raziel. So next, let's get into your tarot, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have for you. Please, Spirit, show us what you have for our beautiful Sagittarians in the tarot. I will be using the Angel Tarot and clarifying with the Everyday, so we will clarify each of these cards for you as well. Oh, I love to see it. I love to see it, guys. Beautiful. This is a great way to start your read here. First card, right in the center of the Celtic cross, is the Wheel of Fortune. Big power card for you, Sagittarius. This is such a gorgeous energy. It is your ruling planet, Jupiter, that rules this card. And so to me, this shows that you will be moving, coming out of any kind of stagnancy, any kind of stuck feelings will be shifting. Going forward, yet again, I feel like for a lot of my Sagittarians, this is a month of travel or planning travel, very possibly. Learning from the past, moving forward from any negative situations of the past. Beautiful to start out with here, guys. And look at that with the Eight of Wands. Yeah, most definitely. This is huge movement. Like, you are not going to be stuck. You are not going to be sitting still. This is like, you've been waiting for this too. This is like, finally, after so long, things are starting to move in a forward positive direction. The Eight of Wands brings in a lot of communication. You might have been waiting to hear from someone or waiting to hear some news on something going forward. And finally, you're getting that. The only thing that I would point out that can be a little challenging with the Eight of Wands is sometimes it brings in so much information, so much going on at once. It's all positive, but even too much of a good thing can be tough, right? So you may have to prioritize, you may have to simplify a little bit, because it will be hard to take all of it on, because it's a lot coming your way. In the immediate past, we have the Three of Cups. So I do feel like there's been some kind of news, some kind of good energy coming your way. You may have reconnected with friends, family members, loved ones, people that just really have your back for some good, relaxing times, good friendship connections there that you're coming from on your side. Let's clarify that, please. Boy, these cards just want to flip, flip, flip. Jeez, they're really energized with you guys. Yeah, Knight of Swords, that's what I'm feeling. A little bit of nervous energy, right? There's some air sign energy here. You may have been really connecting with some air signs, some water signs, right? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But I feel like, you know, you've been sharing a lot of information, a lot of communication back and forth. There's just been a lot on your mind. People, you know, telling you a lot of things, you telling them a lot of things. Going forward into the immediate future, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is definitely a card of caution, a card of being careful with your money, your resources, or your heart. So, you know, you might have that feeling going forward, Sagittarius. It's like, oh, wow, all these good things are coming. All this movement is happening. And it might make you feel just a little bit like, ooh, you know, a little bit Capricorn, a little bit earthy about it. It's like, can I really trust this? You know, you might kind of slow walk it. There might be a lot of things coming in real fast, but then going into the second half of the month of February, you're kind of like, well, let's slow it down just a little bit, because I want to make sure that I'm being wise. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get taken advantage of, right? Emotionally or financially. Let's clarify, please. Four of Pentacles for Sagittarius. I wouldn't worry too much. I do feel like things are mostly positive here with the Star card. This is like a lot of the challenging times coming to an end, difficulties leaving themselves. You know, most of the month of February is Aquarius season, but you know, the Star card is such a positive. It's almost as positive as the Sun card. Those are like the two happiest cards in the deck. And it really shows like the end, you know, of the dark tunnel. It's like the light at the end, the hope, the faith, the joy returning. So stay in a good energy with that. You know, do your due diligence. I would never tell somebody to just jump right in and trust something without, you know, knowing what they're getting into a little bit better. But I feel like mostly the outcomes are very positive with this position. On the bottom, subconscious position, what you're mostly focused on is the Three of Wands, preparation, allowing the ships to come to you. I would say, Sagittarius, even though there's a lot of movement here, I don't feel like you really want to chase anyone or anything down too aggressively. Like you're like, yeah, I've put my energy into that. Let that come back to me. I've done my work. Now it's time for them to do theirs. And look at this. We were just talking about the sun is the other super positive. Well, there it is. And Sagittarius, I do feel like you're kind of willing to wait for the right thing, for the best thing possible. You're just like, I'm not going to chase it down. The good stuff is going to come to me. And I feel like as well, you know, with that sun in the subconscious position, you do have a lot of positivity in your soul. You are a Jupiter ruled sign. And no matter how much challenge and hardship life throws at you, that is one of the superpowers of Sagittarius. You have a natural buoyancy, a natural optimism that sort of supersedes it all. On the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit is the Six of Swords. This is about resolution. This is leaving behind drama, chaos, conflict, difficulties. So Spirit is really seeing that you're leaving behind challenging people, difficult energies, and you're really making a determined move forward to something better. So this is it's one of my favorite cards, actually, is the Six of Swords because of that. And we have, clarifying it, the Two of Cups. So to me, this is definitely in the realm of relationships, love, healing love connections, or choosing better love connections in the future. If you're leaving behind an old relationship or old connections, it's like you're going forward to something that is going to be so much better for you. If this is healing a current relationship, it's likely to be quite successful. So let's get into some advice for you. A lot of decisions to make here, Sagittarius. There are some choices. Suggested approach is to come out of any sort of, you know, procrastination, overthinking, or uncertainty. This is Libra energy with the Two of Swords. And you are going to have to make some decisions here this month. And those actually are going to bring you into much better balance. Once you make those choices, you're going to feel a heck of a lot better. Yeah, and wow, look at this. I feel like some of these choices may be to let someone go that's very toxic in your life, or circumstances that are toxic, because the Five of Swords many times is an energy of narcissist, energy thieves, people that, you know, put you down or don't mind stepping on others to get what they want. So I feel like, you know, you're really making some big decisions to let people like that go. Next card out, what you need to know is the Chariot. The Chariot card is ruled by the sign of Cancer, but it does have such an energy of Sagittarius to it. It's very much about, you know, learning, moving forward from what you've learned, getting that balance. This is why we have the dark horse and the light horse. This is the yin and the yang, right? The two sides of ourself, and balancing those emotional energies inside and using that to go forward. So it is an angel of guidance here, right? And I feel like what you need to know is that ultimately you're moving forward with a lot more strength and knowledge than you may have in the past. And you are also moving forward to brand new, bright, happier beginnings, because our Page of Wands does bring in a lot of joy, vitality, and new energy. Hopes and Fears position is the Empress card, Sagittarius. So I do feel that you're a little bit worried about stability, a little bit worried about love. You're kind of like, I want to make a wise choice. I want to do the right thing. I want to sit in my power and be seated in my power. The Empress is a Venus ruled card, so yes, it does as well have a lot to do with love. Has a lot to do with prosperity and abundance. So try not to give into worries, fears, and doubts. Instead, you know, let's try to go to the more hopeful side of the Hopes and Fears card. Because this is just the thoughts, it's not the actualities. Yeah, and I would listen to your intuition on this. Look at that with the High Priestess clarifying. Pay attention to what your heart and soul are telling you. If you get a funny feeling about something or someone, listen to that. If you get a good feeling about something, also listen to that as well. On the outcome, we have the Ten of Swords. Difficult, challenging times coming to an ending, especially in the mental body, because this is air energy. So a lot of your fears, a lot of your doubts, a lot of those harder energies, I feel, are coming very much to a close. Y'all have been through it. I know that. I know my Sagittarians. You guys have been through quite a bit. And with the Ten of Swords there, to me, it's a good sign. It's a really good sign that a lot of the mental anguish, difficulty, and look at this. Another thing that I feel coming to an end with the Seven of Swords is an end to betrayals, backstabbers. Yet again, you know, you got the 5 and you got the 7 of Swords in your reading here, Sagittarius. I feel like there have been a lot of toxic people in your life. A lot of people that just haven't treated you right, have lied, have stolen from you, have just really left you like, what in the world is wrong with you guys? Like, why are you doing this to me? And it's been very, very difficult. But I feel like what's coming to an end is that kind of situation. And that's a big part of why you've been concerned about trusting people in the future. You definitely have like that 4 of Pentacles there that's like that card of caution that's like, all right, I'm going to be very careful going forward because I've been in some bad situations before. But I really feel like you've learned a lot from those. This is a learning and teaching month. You might also be helping other people that have gone through similar situations to that, you know, to really guide them and protect them as well, because you know what it's like to go through that stuff. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the 9 of Cups with blessings. This is your wishes, hopes, and dreams going in the direction of those, and the Ace of Pentacles. So very, very nice energy. I do feel like Spirit will be blessing you. And I do feel like you are learning so much on your heart's journey. Wow, what a month. Let's get into your affirmation. Yes, energy returning. I very much feel that for you, Sagittarius. Life force is flowing. Open yourself to receive the power from within. A lot of firepower being returned to you during this season and this month. A lot of transitions, powerful, powerful transformations. So Sagittarius, be sure to click on the astrology link, see what's going on there, because we are coming out of some big retrogrades. Got to be patient with those for sure, but we've got good things on the way. So hope to see you guys soon. Take care.